What if your business helped criminals move millions of dollars without you even knowing? Could it happen right under your nose? The truth is, it happens more often than you might think, and that's why understanding money laundering isn't just for investigators. It's for anyone who deals with money, from business owners to insurance agents and beyond. Let's start with the basics. Money laundering is not about washing physical cash. It's about taking money earned through crime and making it look clean. It's how criminals turn illegal money into money they can use in the open, and the process is more sophisticated than ever. The crime usually happens in three stages. First comes placement. This is when the dirty money enters the financial system. It might be used to buy a life insurance policy, deposited into a bank account in small amounts, or hidden in a cash-based business. Then comes layering. This is where the money gets moved around, sometimes dozens of times. It might be sent through wire transfers, exchanged for cryptocurrency, or filtered through shell companies. The goal is to confuse the trail and make it harder to trace. Finally, there's integration. This is when the money comes back into the legitimate economy. The criminal might use it to buy a yacht, a racehorse, or even invest in real estate. At that point, the money looks clean, even though it came from an illegal source. Now ask yourself, could you spot this happening in your business? What if a client wants to make a single premium payment of $250,000 and seems uninterested in the policy terms? What if they cancel the policy during the free look period and don't care about surrender charges or who the beneficiary is? That kind of behavior might seem odd, but to a trained eye, it's a red flag. And that is exactly why training and awareness matter. Let's look at some common warning signs. The client avoids providing ID. They insist on paying in cash or third-party checks. They bring urgency and want the process completed quickly. Or maybe they refuse to answer basic questions or push for a policy structure that doesn't make financial sense. Now consider this. Criminals don't just use banks. They use insurance products, real estate, trade, and even charities. Anything that lets them move large sums of money without drawing attention can become a laundering channel. That's where regulatory safeguards come in. The Bank Secrecy Act requires businesses to file currency transaction reports for cash transactions over $10,000. Suspicious activity reports must be filed anytime something feels off, even if the transaction is under that threshold. These reports are confidential and legally protected. Sharing that a report was filed is a federal offense. There are also strict requirements around knowing your customer. This is called a customer identification program. It means collecting full legal names, dates of birth, taxpayer ID numbers, and verifying identity. It's not just good practice, it's the law. Let's not forget about the Corporate Transparency Act. It now requires companies to disclose the real person behind the business, not just someone listed on the documents. This helps expose shell companies and nominee arrangements designed to hide criminal ownership. Then there's the specially designated nationals list, managed by the Office of Foreign Assets Control. If someone is on that list, they are legally off limits. You cannot do business with them, even unknowingly. And if you do, you could face major penalties. Now imagine this, a business that looks harmless on the outside. It's a deli, or a bakery, or an ice cream shop. But behind the scenes, it's been used to move over $20 million in illegal funds across 24 countries. It happened. And it shows how everyday businesses can become tools for laundering without even realizing it. So what's the takeaway here? Money laundering is global, sophisticated, and often hidden in plain sight. But with the right knowledge, the right systems, and the right questions, you can be part of the solution. So the next time something seems unusual in a financial transaction, stop and ask yourself, is this just a strange request, or could it be the first sign of something more?